Steve, well played. I guess if a young footballer ever asks you how much you have to work hard to be a professional footballer, show them a tape of that game, eh?
Yeah, definitely. I had everything in the result, first and foremost, it's a brilliant result. One that we've longed for. Players deserve a huge amount of respect and credit for continuing to go after the last two away games in a game where we took a little bit of heart from the Arsenal game, took a little bit of anger from the Man United game and some things that didn't go our way, and put it all together today to get what we got. And equally, I know I talk about it a lot, but the supporters, I mean, they make that noise when things haven't been so good, if you like, in a game away from home. But to think that they've got that atmosphere. Created that atmosphere in the stadium and then got a result to take home with them, a great result. I'm really pleased for the supporters. The ones who are not here as well, it's been a long time coming and too long. And it's only one, I know that, and we've got to try and build on it. But to think that we've got our first away result here at Stamford Bridge against the modern Chelsea and how they're going about it is something that can really help us going forward, and hopefully something that the fans can remember.
It is a platform, isn't it? That?
Well, that's what we've got to do now. I said after the Arsenal game last season when we managed to stay in the league, that staying in the league has given us an opportunity to continue to grow the club. And for me, a big part of that is growing the level of the team, the level of player, strength and depth, and how we play. We want to get to a certain style of play, which is going to be a process, but days like today I think really help that process. So we got, like you said, we've got to use it as a platform, great reference point on and off the ball. I mean, brilliant goal. So created some dangerous attacks. Tactically, defensively, we were brilliant, and heart and soul that they couldn't get any higher. So put all that together, and we got the result that we got.
It's a classy finish, wasn't it?
Brilliant. I mean, listen, you're not coming here and you're going to dominate possession and create a lot of chances. You have spells and you can have moments like we did at United last week, and that's what we're trying to grow to and get more of that. And we will, because that's my job. It's my duty. But to be as tactically sound as what we were without the ball, win the ball as we did, and then show that athletic and technical ability to score that goal. Was as you said, classy, and it just shows what we can do when we get it right.
And then off the ball, you were right to highlight that as well. I mean, you've had to work so hard off the ball from Taiwan backwards.
And we've used videos of Man City doing it and other teams, and now they defend as a team when they haven't got the ball and they get back in and all that sort of stuff. And at times we have to do it more than we would like, and where we are going to get to. But you still have to do it really well, and we do. And you see, like, Morgan's work rate, and I shouldn't single anybody out, maybe apart from Joe, which I'm sure we'll get to. But you can't single anyone out today. But to see the commitment from the guys, from Matt all the way to Taiwo and then Woody, is what we need. Is how we should be. I know that, but it's how we're growing.
You talk about those next steps and where you want to get to. I guess yesterday helped a bit with that, didn't it?
Well, it did, yeah. I mean, and I'm sure a lot will be said about what happened late on in the window and all that sort of stuff. But it gives us a chance to play different formations. It gives us a chance to at times have different tactics. Some games will require one thing. Games like today will require another thing, and it gives us that opportunity now to be flexible. What it does with the competition, and you've seen two players come off injured today, it gives us good cover and strength and depth, but it gives us real competition where when players play for Nottingham Forest, I want them to really know that it's a massive representation. And that they need to play well, like I need to work well. We all do, like everybody at the club. So I think we've created that now, so it allows us to have more flexibility in what systems we play, and like I said, certain tactics and I think that's the modern game. You see Chelsea today, sometimes they look like a back three, other times they look like a back four, with Chilwell as like a winger, then he's like a left back, and that's the modern game, and we've been a three so far this year at the back, and sometimes it's been the right thing to do, other times I think maybe we should be something different, but we just feel that's how we've had to go with what we've had. And yeah, now this gives us the opportunity to evolve, because we have to.
I want to talk to you about two of Forest's own, because obviously what happened yesterday was very much dependent on Brennan leaving the club. It kind of has to happen, doesn't it? That's football these days. That's the financial reality of it. Sad though it may be.
I don't know the ins and outs of the financial fair play, and because I don't, but I know that we live within them rules, and the club will make decisions that's right for the club. I think if you're going to ask me about Brennan, I just want to talk about the boy and the player that he is, and that has become. And I tried to say that on his on the statement yesterday, and just obviously he's becoming a brilliant player, one that is going to continue to grow and get to the top. It's the last time I'm really going to talk about him, because it's someone else's responsibility now. But I think in my 2 years here, for a boy of his age to have such defining moments in the last 2 years, he will always be fondly remembered at the City Ground, and rightly so. And then you look at him being local and coming through the academy, and then you get to meet his family, and you see how much of a family guy he is, and how much he loves his sisters and his mum and dad, and how close they are. It's just a lovely thing, and I think he's been a brilliant representation of Nottingham. I know he'll carry that brilliant representation of the club, and as sad as I am to see him go, and everybody else, we also wish him well, because he deserves success, just not in 2 games this
2 games in particular
this year. But like I said, it's been brilliant to work with him, as it is all the guys, and like I said yesterday in the statement, we see what we see on the pitch, but you just see a really, really good young man, on a daily basis, is really committed to his work, takes the challenge as well, doesn't get too high after the success, and like I said, his mum and dad, and I know them well, they should be really proud of him.
And a final word today should go to your skipper,
Joe.
Joe Worrell. He's had a really tough week.
And to be fair, Colin did in the dressing room as well. Can't speak highly enough of how he's dealt with tragic circumstances for himself and his family, and for him as well, like I said, because he was very close to his uncle, and it's for him to tell the story. But all I can talk about is what we've seen day to day, and he didn't want to miss any training sessions, he didn't want to miss any games. Unfortunately, he did the other night through suspension. He had that to deal with as well, with the red card, which was wrong. And for him to be how he's been this week and play like he did today, I hope was give him and his family a little bit of respite. Obviously can't give them anything towards the loss. Like I said, that's the most important thing, health and family. But at least football has hopefully helped him a little bit, and he got a big round of applause in the dressing room. Fans, I thought, were amazing with him, and he deserved that. And it was lovely to see. It was Nottingham at his best for me.
Absolutely. Well done today.
Okay.
Safe trip home.